All right, so what we're looking at is the Euro USD, and we're trying to develop a bias on where to take an entry on the 1 minute time frame. So when you're looking at this, it can be hard to figure out where to properly place something. There's so many different ways to do this, but I want to show you one example that you can start practicing on the chart. Now, if we go and take a look, what do we see now? So what I did here is I just drew lines across at the highs and the low. Nothing in between, just the highs and the lows all the way through. And you can see how price pushed just past those areas and then went the other direction. Now you don't know where that's going to happen all the time, but you're trying to find the best place to take your trades so you don't constantly keep losing. You want to increase the chances of winning, so you need to find ideal spots where price may change direction. So now that you see this, if we end up dropping down to the 1 minute chart, you can take a look at this a little bit closer. Okay, so we're going to start with some of the first lines that are drawn. So you can see that line was drawn from the peak of these and the low. Now, what do we see here? We see price came and pushed right back into it before changing direction. So what you're going to notice is the candle pattern isn't always going to be the way that you want it to be unless you're looking for a specific pattern. You're going to have to decide what the best option is for you, because you can see here this wasn't perfect, but you could see how price pushed past, and then this could have been a potential opportunity here. Maybe after this second candle closes, it comes back into the area, pushes past, and now we see this. That pattern right there is a very popular pattern, and that is one of the things that we look for when we're trading, where we see price coming into the area where we expect price to react, signs of exhaustion followed by an engulfing pattern, and then normally you would try to target the high, which would be up here, or you could be reaching for a higher target, but that's entirely up to you. You have to develop the system that works best for you. And when price starts moving, this is where you may want to manage your trade and move your stop loss to break even and take partials. So even if the trade does go against you, you're still going to be profitable. It won't be a losing trade. Now, if we keep going through here, there was the other line that we had drawn. You can see price came up again, and what you see here is kind of similar to what we seen earlier, the first one we looked at, where we didn't really see an engulfing pattern. We see a fair sized candle in the bearish direction, and then price stalls out here, and then we see another we see an engulfing pattern there. But at that point, when you're looking at it, oh, 5 pips, that's actually not too bad. So you could try to target this. You could try to enter in on the trade and target the low here. You could be going for a low down here. This might not be the type of pattern you're interested in. I don't think I would have gotten in on that trade, but when you start going through these, you're going to notice that how different they are each time. So they don't always have to look a certain way for you to get in the trade, is the point that I'm trying to make. So again, we see here, got our area marked. Price comes up, almost touching the area, and then changing direction. Stalls out, engulfing pattern. Still could have done 7 or 8 pips on this one, and could have targeted the low down here, the low right here. See, price came in from the other area that we had marked, pushed past it. Again, we have this. Let's see if we have something marked up here. Okay, we've got, here it comes up, engulfing pattern, lots of wick, so you have to decide if you like that or not. But again, price just chooses to come back, and this happens over and over again. You can see it again here. Price comes in, goes above, and what do we see here? Strong push, signs of exhaustion, engulfing pattern. You could have targeted the low here, the low down here, and you would decide, oh, actually you could have targeted the low there as well. So at that point, again, you're managing your trade or you're just letting it run. You have to find out what works best for you. But this is just another way to look at it. So if you're trying to find a clear picture on how to jump in on the trades, or just to find an area where you can get a good entry, it doesn't mean that it's going to work out for you. You can try it this way. If you're not comfortable with that way, then you try a different method. But something will eventually work. And when you find that one thing, stick to it. Just keep working on improving that one method. Find the candle pattern that you're comfortable with getting in. Maybe you like trading them all. Maybe you like to see it when it gets into the area and you see signs of exhaustion with an engulfing pattern. Maybe that's the entry. Maybe you have more entry options. But the more you review these, you'll get comfortable with seeing what type of patterns happen in those areas, and maybe not miss out on trades that you could have taken. I hope this give you some ideas on what to do, and if you have any questions about this, just leave me a comment.